Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada here with Fifi Dobson. And we are here for a very good reason today because you, along with 50 other Canadian artists, got together to record the song What I Wouldn't Do, North Star Calling in support of Kids Help Phone. Such a good cause. Before we get into that, though, I do want to wish you a happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
How was your
Thank
birthday?
you
How
so
did you
much.
celebrate?
It was wild, actually. I flew in yesterday from Nashville to Toronto, and it was really important for me to have a birthday with all my friends and family, and I hadn't done that in like over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, like I've had a lot of birthdays in Nashville, but I've never really been able to celebrate with my team and my community out here. So it was really special. And my girl owns a bar with her partner in Toronto called 222 Ossington. And so they kind of like let me take the bar for the night too, which was really cool.
Wow, that's such a good party. That sounds so sweet.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that. Okay, I do want to talk about Kids Help Phone. This is such a good cause that you are a part of. How did you hear about the opportunity? How was it presented to you?
Well, it's Serena Ryder's song, and I've worked with Serena like on Lean on Me that Tyler Shaw and I did. We brought Serena onto that song when that was during the pandemic. So her team reached out and asked if I'd be a part of hers, and of course I said yes.
What was it specifically that made you want to be a part of it?
Well, I just personally have a connection to, the feeling of being a young person when I was, a teenager and feeling like I didn't really have anyone to talk to and watching my brothers go through that as well at times. So I just feel like it's very important to be there and to help as much as possible the youth and when they're going through these things, and whatever it may be, broken heart, broken home, that they have someone they can talk to about it.
Definitely. I know when reading about this as well, it said one in two people, like one in two young people suffer from like mental health issues, which is so
Mhm.
many. That's insane. So what kind of message would you have for kids that are maybe going through their own mental health journey?
Something I always kind of say is you almost have to honor your emotions. And when I say that is like if you want to cry, it's okay. If you want to talk, that's okay. Uh, we've gone through a crazy time in the last few years during the pandemic and everything else that's happened in the world, and we're waking up and I think that it also put us in a position where a lot of us felt very lonely, even as an adult. Like there's moments during the pandemic that I was, dealing with that as well. We're human beings and we're not machines and we're emotional creatures. So mental health it can run it also can happen later in life too. It doesn't it's not always something you're born with, like when they classify things as bipolar or this and that. Like traumatic events and things in your life can also pull and bring mental health issues to the surface.
How was the video making process? Because I watched the video and it is like total goosebumps. It was so cool. Did you get to connect with other artists while you were there?
Yeah, I met Roy Woods for the first time. That was really cool. But there are artists there that I've known for forever, like Julie Black, and she's known me since I was like 14 or 15 years old. So yeah, it was great to reconnect with people I hadn't seen in a minute, and also yes, meeting new people as well.
Yeah, because there it feels like there's almost like this wave of like new Canadian artists that have just been like breaking out on the scene in the last couple of years. So I'm sure for you as someone who's been in the industry for such a long time to be able to like see that new wave and experience that as well, that's gotta be cool.
Yeah, it's really cool when you get to like when we did Wave and Flag many years ago. It was awesome to have everyone in the same room, and you kind of realize like everyone is like it's just a person, even because there's artists I look up to, like I'm a fangirl of a lot of people still. And like it's kind of fun when you're all singing the same song and someone's making a mistake and you like all start laughing and stuff. It's a good experience. It's really cool.
Nice. That's great. What's the last celebrity that you met that you fangirled over?
That's a good question. I mean, I still like there's certain people that I still just like I'm a huge fan of. So like I love Avril, like so whenever I get to see her, when I got to see her that last time and then a couple months back and then, if we FaceTime or whatever, I still get like, man, so rad that Because I mean, it's so rad. Like you get kind of stoked when you remember that certain people that you're friends with or that are in your life are so effing talented, so talented.
Yeah.
And it blows your mind to think, wow, you know, this person's accomplished so much and they're so cool and they're kicking, you know, doors down. And I don't know. I think that's what I fan out about is just like
Mhm.
remembering like, wow, you're so cool. Like you're so talented. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. Getting to do the job that I do, I get to interview a lot of artists and I've been lucky enough to like become friends with some of them as well. And I feel the same way where you
Yeah.
like you hang out with them, but then you like see someone on stage just like rocking out and you're like, wow, what a like I can't believe I get to know that person and like witness them being as good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like that with Nelly too. Like she is, you know, Nelly's like a sister. I've known her forever and you forget, you know, you're like talking and you're like, you forget, but then you just like, there's moments where you're just like, man, like, Nelly, you're so awesome. Like, you know what you've done? Like, it's so cool. Like the things that come out of your brain and the music you write, lyrics and stuff. That's just cool.
It is cool. That's awesome. And I'm sure a lot of your friends feel the same way about getting to hang out with you. So I'm sure it goes both ways. Um, speaking of, SZA listed you as an influence of her music, specifically with her new album. How did that feel hearing that?
Oh, super cool. A lot of my friends had been saying it. They're like, "Have you heard the album?" And like, I was like, "I haven't heard it yet." And I had some friends mention that they thought that there were some like vibes, and I was like,
Oh yeah, you
"Cool."
can hear it for sure.
And then I my manager told me about the interview, and I was like, "Oh, that's rad. It's totally rad. It's cool."
Yeah, it's cool that she like actually, yeah, named you as the reference. That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's really good.
It is cool to see that there has been like such a resurgence of like pop punk and that genre of music. And how do you feel when people call you like an icon of that genre?
it's 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 really really awesome. I mean, it's for me. I was really just making music that made sense to me and reflected how I felt as a young person growing up, and even like now, like when people talk about like my style or anything like that, I'm like, I have to have a leather jacket. Like like, it's like my second skin. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I don't even think about it. I just put it on. It's just kind of like music. It's like I try not to overthink it about it, and it's always been like, yeah, of course that needs guitar. Or like of course that needs this or that, and it always kind of reflects rock or rock pop or
Mm,
whatever rock punk or whatever the genre
yeah.
is. But yeah, it's always just been me naturally just being like that's where I feel comfortable. That's how I feel um like myself. I
Yeah.
could never not do what I do and not put on a jacket like this or um boots or whatever. It's just me. It's just where it's how I feel comfortable. I literally like try to step out of the box so many times of like, you know, we'll be doing a show or we'll be doing just something and my stylist will bring me something if it's something special, you know, and I'll
Mm.
be like, oh, do I want to wear that? There's pink in it. I don't know. It's like I've always tried to step out and it's really hard for me to do.
Yeah. That's gotta make it easy for your stylist though, because she'll just be like, which leather jacket are we wearing today?
Right. And the thing is too is like I actually don't make it that easy for my stylist. I feel bad. But because I because if she brings me something, I'll literally just put on like my vintage jacket but like I've worn like a billion times. Like I'm sure people can point out like how many times I've worn the same jacket or so.
Yeah, it's good to be consistent. Thank you so much for taking the time. Also, I do want to mention before we go that all collective proceeds generated from this single are donated to Kids Help Phone. So if anybody who is watching wants to donate, they can go to kidshelpphone.ca.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look out for a new single. It's coming out March 24th.
Yeah, I did want to ask actually.
Yeah, new single. I mean, we're definitely putting out a full album. I mean, or an EP, but I say it's a full album because it's like 8 songs.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, March 24th. The song's called "Hungover."
Yeah, love it. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's definitely fun.
Nice. That's awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.